Hi there, we're making strawberry and Diplomat cream filled Napoleons. Now, I could not find the phyllo dough for this, so I am going to be using puff pastry dough. But I'm gonna try and make it pretty much the same way. You know, make the crisps and then the Diplomat cream, and then we're gonna assemble the whole thing together. I already have my pastry cream made, and we're just gonna be waiting on this butter to melt fully real quick so that I can brush the puff pastry dough. So while I throw these in the oven, I'm gonna get started on the Diplomat cream. Hi there, I'm making pastry cream for a couple of my different recipes. I need it for a Diplomat cream and I need it for a filling as well for my Paris breast. So I'm gonna be making a simple pastry cream just so that I can have a big batch for all of it. Right now I'm bringing my liquids to a boil, and I also have my sugar and my starch mixed together, and then I'm gonna add my eggs in just a little bit. I don't want to add them too soon because I don't want the sugar, egg, and cornstarch mixture to sit for too long without being used. It will develop lumps in the final pastry cream, and we don't want that. So we're gonna wait until this liquid is getting ready to boil, and then we'll mix in the eggs, and then we're gonna temper the egg mixture with 1/3 of the hot liquid, and then we'll bring all of it back into the stove and cook it until it's done, and then we'll strain it through a fine mesh strainer. And I make it pretty often for my child now, but I had no idea that I was making basically a custard. It's kind of like pastry cream, except it's with cornmeal as well. So you end up with this delicious custardy cornmeal breakfast, and it's the same process as making a custard. I had no clue. So now my egg mixture is ready, and my liquids are getting close to a boil. So I'm just gonna keep steadily mixing until that's ready to go in, because I don't want any lumps to form before we temper the eggs. Alrighty, let's check. That's very close. Let's just turn up the heat a little bit. But since it's very close to boil, we're gonna just keep this going real quick. Look at how pretty that is, though. That's gonna turn into such a gorgeous pastry cream. I'm very excited, very excited. I see some bubble formation, so we're gonna just go ahead and pour 1/3 of this in there, and we're just gonna temper these eggs with that hot liquid, stirring very quickly. I'm just gonna add that to here. Make sure we get all of it tempered. We don't want any cold eggs going into this, otherwise we'll form lumps. We'll also unevenly cook the eggs, and that's not good for pastry cream. You'll end up with like a scrambled egg feeling in them, and you really don't want that. that real quick. I'm gonna get my rubber spatula. We're just gonna give that a quick scrape. Get all of the sugar and eggs into our hot milk. And we're just gonna give this a mix. And we're gonna cook this until it thickens into a beautiful pastry cream. And then once it's done, I'm gonna strain it through a fine mesh strainer, and I'm gonna put it aside to be used for later. Just lower that a little bit. And we'll be back when the pastry cream is done. Ready, and then my raspberry liqueur. Alrighty, that's ready. I'm working on my bain-marie getting hot, and then I'm gonna bloom my gelatin in my water right now. And we're gonna let that bloom real quick, and then we're gonna get my bain-marie hot and get that nice and dissolved, and then we're going to put that aside. And then we're going to use the bain-marie to heat up half of our pastry cream, and then we'll add the gelatin to that. While my bain-marie is getting hot, I'm going to whip up my heavy whipping cream. Scrape this down really quick. And then we're gonna hit it again until we get some nice firm peaks. Now I have my heated pastry cream that I added the gelatin to. We're adding that to the cool down pastry cream. Alrighty. I'm gonna mix this in so it cools off and everything gets nicely incorporated. It's turning out nice and smooth. it's not too hot. And then we're gonna add the whipped cream in. Fold that in nice and slow so it doesn't deflate. Almost there. Just want that nicely incorporated. I'll fold it in, but not over mixed, because again, you don't want to deflate your whipped cream. And now you have your Diplomat cream. My Diplomat cream is ready to go, and I'm going to put it in the fridge to set up. Now I have my Napoleon crisps. They've been glazed with the honey and they've been baked and they're ready to go. They just gotta cool off while my Diplomat cream sets up, and then we'll set up the Napoleons together. So now we're gonna build our Napoleons. Sadly, my fresh strawberries went bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use freeze-dried strawberries. I know it's not going to be the same, and I know it's going to be potentially lost points, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't have any strawberries. Well, I do, but these are the only strawberries I have. So I'm just going to try and layer them nicely. Make sure there's an even layer of them across the whole crisp. Then I'm going to grab my scissors. Oh, almost forgot. We got to put a little bit of basil. On top of our strawberry. And then we're going to cut the tip off of, we're going to pipe our Diplomat cream in there. And we're going to put another crisp on top. And then we're going to layer some more strawberries. I just went to grab another top for the pastry. There we go. There we go. Another layer of the Diplomat cream. And then we're going to put the last crisp on top. And there you have it. We have our strawberry basil Napoleons.